Are you looking for that certain special someone to commit to you, consider you for the long haul, and as someone to take seriously in a relationship? That is what we're discussing in this episode of Roxy Talks, how to get your specific person to commit to you. Stay tuned. What is up, my fellow dreamers and soul searchers? Thank you for joining me here for another episode of Roxy Talks, where we discuss confidence, mindset, manifestation, and more. I'm Roxy Lee. I'm a mindset coach, and I'm here to help you banish your negative thinking and limiting beliefs so you can bring love, clarity, and joy into your life. If you are interested in manifesting a relationship with a specific person or just working on your own limiting beliefs when it comes to relationships and love, you can check out my Manifest a Specific Person workshop. It's a 9-module course designed to help you get to the bottom of whatever it is that is standing in the way between you and whatever you are going for with the people in your life. You can sign up for that workshop at my website, roxytalks.com. Of course, that link is in the description below. I've also got exclusive merch, podcasts, and other courses, workshops, and coaching at my website, roxytalks.com. You can also join me on social media. I am on TikTok, Twitter, Instagram, and Facebook. Now, before we get into it, please hit the subscribe button and click the notification bell so you never miss an update. And if you're feeling generous, please like and share. That helps us reach as many people as possible, and everyone deserves to know that they are in complete control of their reality. So what is going on with you in your situation if you are experiencing a relationship where the person you are with does not want to commit? Maybe they're not faithful, maybe they're not ready, maybe they live far away. You are entertaining your worries, doubts, fears, insecurities, 3D circumstances, or whatever. There's a lot that goes on. There's a lot bubbling under the surface. There are forces at play here that we don't understand. But what we can do is pay attention to the outcomes and the patterns and adapt them to suit our lives. So if you are in a situation where somebody is not committing to you, being there for the long haul, trustworthy, opening up to you, whatever it is, the first thing we need to look at is how often are you affirming that? How often during the day do you agree with the fact that they are not showing up the way you want them to? Because that is going to be the first thing we're looking at, right? That's the first, most obvious thing. How often are you affirming lack, absence, mistrust, worry, doubt, fear, the whole 9, right? All of that stuff. If that is running rampant in your mind, you're going to continue living in a world where those thoughts are the ones you cling to and select and react with because you're not doing anything to stop them, or you're not doing enough to stop them, right? You're not stopping enough of them. I'll link yesterday's video above. You have to start understanding that the thoughts come before the things in the physical reality. So if you are experiencing something in your world you don't like, you need to do everything in your power to not agree with it or soak it up or entertain the thoughts that keep you there. You are not living a reactionary life. You are living in a creationary life. Creationary. I know that's not a word. I'm just going to Google it just in case. Just Googled it. It's a Lego game, okay? So it's really a thing. So what you're doing right now is you are mistaking a manifestation for an observation, okay? That's a problem. If you think your mind is observing, you are a step behind because you're not observing. You are manifesting. It's not an observation. It's a manifestation. It just feels like an observation. And let's be real, it's both, okay? It's an observation and a manifestation, but more importantly, it's a manifestation. When you look at your world and think, they're not committing, why won't they? How come this? Why isn't that? I don't know. All those thoughts. I've been there, okay? I've been there with my own husband. So I understand. When you make that your dominant thought process, reality, attitude, fear, worry, whatever, that is what you get, okay? So again, I have been here myself. This was the issue that I had in my relationship. My husband was doing everything that I wanted, except I didn't have the title. And that's all I wanted. I just wanted that last little piece. I didn't want a second more of his time, attention, anything. I just wanted it to be like, hello, my name is this motherfucker's woman, right? Like I just wanted that little bit of just like, okay, we both acknowledge that this is the thing we are doing and the world sees it, right? That's all I really wanted. But damn it, did I want it? I wanted it so bad and he wasn't giving it to me. And I don't understand why, because we're doing everything. I don't need any more of your time. We already see each other all the time. I don't want anything extra from you. I just want to acknowledge, why won't you just give me this one thing? I don't know why he won't just give me this one thing. That's what my thoughts sounded like. So I was creating over and over and over more instances to say, why won't he just? Like that was my whole energy. Why won't he just? He just won't. I don't understand why he won't just. And I thought that way for months, to be honest. We dated when we were younger, broke it off because of the same reason. Came back when we were a little older. I was a little wiser, so I thought this time. And at first, everything was great. Like I talked about last week, you start out in a relationship and you're kind of in a high-flying place. You feel really good about yourself. And then as time goes by, your old insecurities start to come through and start to insert themselves into the situation, or your story of them still remains the same, right? So in the beginning of our second go round with our relationship, it was great and everything was perfect. And then all of a sudden, all that old stuff started creeping in, and the whole why won't he just? Oh, he just won't. That became my thing again. And I was pushing against it for months, crying, sad, like, why won't he just? I don't understand. Like, I don't want anything else from you, bro. I just want you to just acknowledge that this is what it is. And it was the one thing he wouldn't do, right? All this affirming. Now that I look back on it, of course, he couldn't step through and give me that because I wouldn't allow it because my thoughts were saying he won't, so he couldn't. And then finally one day, I decided I'd had it. I realized I could just go and find someone else and I would be just as happy. I allowed myself to realize that he wasn't the bringer of the happiness. He wasn't the destination. I was the destination. I had to communicate, you know what? Actually, I'm good. I'm actually good. I don't need that. I don't need it. I'm okay. Because I could go right now and find anybody to treat me exactly the way that I want to, and I'm gonna go do that. I cut the ties. I did the deed. I was ready. I was like done. Scorpio thing, right? Just like, whoop, done. Sorry, over it. And I just knew instinctively, and this is before I knew anything about law of attraction. This was years before I ever came across The Secret. I just knew, you know what? I don't need that. No love lost. No hate. This isn't for me, right? Like, I don't need that. I can find that in other places. I will find somebody to give me that connection and that relationship. I no longer needed it and was clinging to it and demanding of it and wondering why it wasn't showing up to me. I just decided, you know what? I'm okay. I'm already okay. And that's the moment that I manifested him to be what he is now. That was like 11 years ago. And the way he showed up right after, I've told this story before, like it was literally hours later. I broke up with him. I was about to go to the club. We happened to be next door neighbors. I was like getting ready to go. And here he comes walking down the hall like, oh, I want to come. And I'm like, bro, what? Like we just, what are you talking about? But we were in a group of friends. So he kind of like had to come along. And then he just was amazing. He was like doting and caring and kind and like paid for me. He had never really done that, like paid for me all night and just was like the guy. He became the guy. This is why I try to tell people letting go doesn't necessarily mean that you have to not be with your person. It just means letting go of that like tension and like that, right? Or whatever it is, the holding on too tight. Whatever it is that you are clinging to, when you release that, you allow them to come through. And I know this because that's exactly what happened to me, and I didn't know I was doing it at the time. When you allow the chips to just fall, this is what can happen for you. I decided I was fine without it and that I could have it anywhere. I didn't need him for that love. That's what I felt. I was like, you know what? I don't need that. I have it. I'm okay. And hours later, not only did I manifest the man that was going to be my husband that night, it also happened to be the same person that I was having issues with hours before. So he became that SP without me even realizing it. And he's been like that ever since. My point with all of this is where you are noticing or giving into or indulging in, soaking up the parts of your relationship that are not what you want them to be, that's where your attention needs to go, because that's where the sticky stuff is. What you're doing in your everyday life with your thoughts and your low-key expectations, what you think is possible for you. And of course, we know from last week's toxic relationships video that your own inner expectations, history, all that stuff plays a role. But at the end of the day, if you listen to what your thoughts are doing, then you know what is manifesting in your world. You want to get a hold of the story you're telling in the moment, because even if you have past traumas, expectations, old relationships, habits, patterns, whatever, they are being played out through your thinking throughout the day. So you can get at these underlying beliefs if you pay attention to what your thoughts are doing. Because at some point, the insecurities, the doubts, the fears, whatever, they start to overtake you, or they get the majority of the airtime, and that's the issue. So if you want to get someone to commit to you, the first thing you need to do is stop saying that they're not committing. Of course they want to commit to you. Why wouldn't they? You're their favorite person. They love to be around you. They have never experienced a bond like you guys have. You make them think about the future. You make them want to be in a long-term relationship with you. You make them want to be a better person. They love themselves when they're with you. They've never felt this way about themselves and their life until they met you. You bring out the best in them. How could they not want to spend their life with you? They've never felt better. Of course they want to be with you. You want to create an environment where it is inevitable. Let go of the need to have them. Of course, you will be taken care of. Of course, you will have an amazing relationship, because there are billions of people out there. You will find somebody amazing that is perfect for you if you stop holding on to the idea that they're not here so tight. If you just let yourself think thoughts that feel good or that sound better than all of the things that bring you down and hurt you and cause you pain, you will not only find more peace in your life, but also be taken to more scenarios where things work out in the way that you want them to. That's our goal here, right? Is to create the life that you want to live. Just like in the video earlier this week, I'll link it above. You are creating a mosaic or a collage or your own vision board of your life with your thoughts as you are building the life that you're living. So don't fill it with thoughts of lack, doubt, separation, worry, fear, absence, being ignored, not being prioritized, any of that stuff. It doesn't feel good. It doesn't sound good. We don't want to go there in our world, so don't go there with your mind. Whatever it is that you want from your partner, create an environment in your mind with your thoughts that describes a reality where that thing is inevitable. Of course they want that with you. How could they not? Because blah, 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 blah reasons. Let that be what goes on in your head, and you will start to see signs. Create the story and the world in your mind. Make that be what you turn to and focus on and tell yourself and soothe yourself with, knowing that it's going to work out in your favor. Don't listen to the doubts, the fears, the worries, the insecurities. Stop entertaining them and see what that does for your life. Some people accuse me of teaching toxic ideas and damaging ideas. And like, I am teaching you to choose a better, higher quality thought instead of a shitty quality thought. There is no downside to treating yourself better, okay? There is nothing wrong with listening for something that sounds shitty or abusive or just limiting, diminishing, defeatist, anything, and swapping it for something that's a little bit better, that gives you a little more control over your reality and your focus and yourself, compliments you, makes you feel better. This isn't delusional. This is not damaging information. This is treat yourself better with more respect and you will begin to feel better. Like, what a fucking concept, right? Any hoodles, I want you to comment down below. I commit to choosing healthy thoughts. I commit to choosing healthy thoughts because this is a reminder that we are not talking about just choosing something, yay, positive, because oh my God, I can't be real. But you can still be real and understand that no matter what's happening, you are still in control and things are still working out for you and they will unfold the way you want them if you just step back and allow it to happen. You don't need to hold on so tight. You don't need anything except to understand that you already have everything. So if you would like to work on your limiting beliefs that are standing in the way of getting your specific person to commit to you, sign up for my Manifest a Specific Person workshop. It's a 9-lesson course that is really geared towards getting to the heart of what is standing in your way in your relationship so that you can move past them and get whatever it is that you want out of life. You can sign up for the Manifest a Specific Person workshop at my website, roxytalks.com. I've also got exclusive merch, podcasts, and other courses, workshops, and coaching at my website, roxytalks.com. Of course, that link is in the description below. You can also join me on social media. I'm on TikTok, Twitter, Instagram, and Facebook. And don't forget to join my Facebook group, Black Moon Society. It's a great community for like-minded people who are helping each other manifest. Here on the Roxy Talks channel, I go live every Monday at noon-ish PST for Q&A, and I've got brand new videos out every Tuesday through Friday, so make sure you subscribe and hit the bell notification so you never miss an update. And if you're feeling generous, please like and share. That helps us reach as many people as possible, and everyone deserves to know that they are in complete control of their reality. We're all raising our vibrations together. You have the power. I believe in you.